Hello dear students, in this lesson I'm going to talking about decimals and percent. The first part of this lesson I'm going to talking about write the fraction as a decimal. How to write a fraction in decimal form. When we have a fraction, we have two ways for writing as a decimal. The first one is multiplication or multiply, and the second one is divide. For multiplication way, you have to look at the denominator. If the denominator could change to 10 or 100 or 1000 by multiply, you can use multiplication way. But if the denominator you can't change to 10 or 100 or 1000 by multiply, you have to use the division way. Example number 1, you have 1 out of 4. 4, if you think 4 multiplied by 25 become 100. So you can use multiplication way. Multiply by 25, multiply by 25. 1 times 25 equal to 25. 4 times 25 equal to 100. And then it's really easy to write in decimal form. We don't have any whole number, so whole number is 0 point. And then after this point we should have two numbers because we have two zeros. So 25 is two numbers. It doesn't need to write any zeros. So 1 out of 4, the decimal form for 1 out of 4 is 0.25. Example number 2, you have 7 out of 20. If you think you can multiply 20 by 5, we can change to 100. So you have to multiply both by 5. 7 times 5 equal to 35. 20 times 5 equal to 100. And then the whole number is 0 and we have 100. We should, after this decimal point, have two numbers. 35 is two numbers. So done. Example number 3, we have 4 out of 5. If you think you can use multiplication way, 5 multiplied by 20, you can change to 100. 4 times 20 is 80. 5 times 20 is 100. And then the whole number is 0 point. And after this point, we should have two numbers. 80 is two numbers. 0.80. Example number 4, we have 3 out of 40. If you think 40 multiplied by any number, we can't get 100 or 10 or 1000. So the only way for changing this fraction to decimal, you have to use long division. 3 divided by 40. 3 divided by 40 is 0. 0 times 40 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. You have to write decimal point and 0. Write the decimal point, the quotient, and bring down 0. 30 divided by 40 again equal to 0. 0 times 40 is 0. 30 minus 0 is 30. And then you have to write another 0 and bring down it. 300 divided by 40, 7. 7 times 40 equal to 280. 0 minus 0 is 0. And the 0 become 10. And 3 become 2. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. After that, you have to write another 0 and bring down it. You have 200. 200 divided by 40 equal to 5. 5 times 40 equal to 200. And 200 minus 200 equal to 0. So the decimal form or the decimal number for 3 out of 40 is 0.075. Example number 5, we have 4 out of 10. It doesn't need to use multiplication way or division way, because we have 10 as a denominator. When we want to change, or when we change to a decimal number, the whole number is 0 point, and we have 10. We should, after this point, have one number. So 4 is one number. Example number 6, we have 7 out of 100. It doesn't need to multiply or divide, because we have 100. So the decimal number for this fraction is 0. After this point, we should have two numbers. 7 is one number, so we have to add 1 0. So the decimal number for 7 out of 100 is 0.07. Example number 7, we have 3 out of 8. If you think 8 multiplied by any number, we can't get 10 or 100 or 1000. So the only way for changing this fraction to decimal is long division. We have 3 out of 8. 3 divided by 8. 3 divided by 8 is 0. 0 times 8 is 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. We have to write decimal point and 0. Write the decimal point, the quotient, and bring down 0. 30 divided by 8 is 3. 3 times 8 equal to 24. This 0 becomes 10, and 3 becomes 2. 10 minus 4 is 6. 2 minus 2 is 0. And then you have to write another 0 and bring down it, 60. 60 divided by 8 is 7. 7 times 8 equal to 56. This 0 becomes 10, and 6 becomes 5. 10 minus 6 is 4. 5 minus 5 is 0. And then you have to write another 0 and bring down it, 40. 40 divided by 8 is 5. 5 times 8 is 40. So the decimal form for 3 out of 8 is 0.375. The second part of this lesson, write the decimal as a percent. When you have a decimal number, how to change to percent form. Example number, when you have 0.7. When you have a decimal number and we want to change to percent, we should always multiply the number by 100. So we have 0.7 multiplied by 100. This decimal point move 2 steps to the right side. 1, 2. So equal to 70%. Example number 2, we have 0.35. We have to multiply by 100, 0.35. This decimal point move 2 steps to the right side. 1, 2. Equal to 35%. Number 3, we have 0.04. We have to multiply by 100 to change to percent. This decimal point move 2 steps to the right. 1, 2. Equal to 4%. Example number 4, we have 1.17. You have to multiply 1.17 by 100. This decimal point move 2 steps to the right. 1, 2. Equal to 117%. Example number 5, we have 6.09. You have to multiply by 100. This decimal point move 2 steps to the right. 1, 2. Equal to 609%. After that, the third part of this lesson, how to write the decimal point or the decimal number as a fraction. Example number 1, you have 0.7. When we want to change to fraction, draw a line, and then after this point you have 7. 7 is a numerator, and for the denominator, after this point you have only one number, so you have 1 0 with 1. equal to 7 out of 10. Example number 2, we have 0 and 0.9. Draw a line. After this point we have 9, and then after this point you have two numbers. You have to write 2 zeros and 1 equal to 9 out of 100. Example number 3, we have 0 and 179. Draw a line, and after this point we have 179, and for the denominator after this point you have three numbers. You have to write 3 zeros with 1, so equal to 179 out of 1000. Example number 4, we have this decimal number. After this point we have 4, and after this point you have three numbers. You have to write 3 zeros with 1 equal to 4 out of 1000. Example number 5, you have 6 out of 9. This is a mixed number, so first we have to change to mixed number and then fraction. 6.9, this 6 is whole number and 9 is numerator, and for denominator after this point we have one number, so we have 10. This is mixed number, and the fraction form for this mixed number, 6 times 10 equal to 60. 60 plus 9 equal to 69 out of 10. Example number 6, we have mixed numbers, so first we have to change to mixed number. The whole number is 2, and the fraction we have 74 out of, after this point you have two numbers, out of 100. And then we can change to fraction. 2 times 100 equal to 200, and 200 plus 74 equal to 274 out of 100. The fourth part of this lesson, how to write percent as a fraction. When you have a percent number and we want to change to fraction, we have to always divide the number by 100. So you have 9%, 9 divided by 100, or 9 out of 100. Example number 2, you have 34%. It means you have 34 out of 100. And then example number 3, you have 119%. You have 119%, so equal to 119 out of 100. Example number 4 is a special case. When you have decimal number, we have 2.5. 2.5 equal to 2 and 5 out of 10. After that, we have to change to fraction. 2 times 10 is 20 plus 5, 25 out of 10. And then this denominator should be 100, so we have to multiply by 10 equal to 250 out of 100. After that, in this part of this lesson, how to write the percent as a decimal. When we have a percent form and we want to change to decimal, we have to divide the number by 100. 90 divided by 100 equal to 0.90. Example number 2, you have 9%. So 9 divided by 100 equal to 0.9, because we have 100, so we should have after this point two numbers. We have to write 0. Number 3, we have 194%. 194 divided by 100. So you can use a trick for this division. 194 divided by 100. You can write decimal point here, and then this decimal point move 2 steps to the left side. 1, 2. So equal to 1.94. Example number 4, we have 74%. 74 out of 100 equal to 0.74. And then write each word form as a decimal percent and fraction. We have 81 hundredth, so this is 1.10th and hundredth. We have 81 hundredth, so this is 81, and this one should be 0 and point. This is 81 hundredth. And the fraction form for 0.81 is 81 out of 100. And the percent form for 0.81 is 81%. Example number 2, we have 4 tenths. So this is 1.10ths. 4 tenths is, this is 4, and this one should be 0. This is 4 tenths. The fraction form for 4 tenths is 4 out of 10. And the percent form, we have to multiply 4 out of 10 by 10. So 10 times 4 is 40, and 10 times 10 is 100, equal to 40%. Example number 3, we have 7 and 3 tenths. We have tenths, so this is 1.10ths, and it doesn't need to write hundredth. So 7 and, this is 7 and 3 tenths. This is 3. And the fraction form for 7 tenths, 7 and 3 tenths is 7 and 3. After this point, we have one number, so we have to write 10. This is mixed number. The fraction form 7 times 10 is 70 plus 3, 73 out of 10. And the percent form, you have to multiply this fraction by 10. 10 times 73 equal to 730 out of 100. So equal to 730%. And then how to compare? We have 30% and 0.03. This is percent and this is decimal number. We can change this percent to decimal number. We have 30% equal to 30 out of 100 equal to 0.30. So we have 0.30 and 0.03. Once is 0, once is 0. Times is 3, times is 0, so 3 is greater than 0. It means 30% is greater than 0.03. Example number 2, we have 4.5 and 75%. We can change this percent to fraction 75 out of 100, and then we have 4 out of 5. And then we can use, or we can, we can write a butterfly tricks. 4 times 100 equal to 400, and 5 times 75 equal to 375. 400 is greater than 375. It means 4 out of 5 is greater than 70%. Example number 3, we have 105% and 5 out of 5. So we can change this percent to fraction 105 out of 100, and then we can use a butterfly tricks. 5 times 100 equal to 500, and 105 times 5 5 times 105 equal to 525. So 525 is greater than 500. It means 105% is greater than 5 out of 5. Example number 4, you have 2 and 2%. 2%, we can change this percent to decimal. 2 out of 100 equal to 0.02, and then we can compare. This is the whole number is 2 and the whole number is 0. It means 2 is greater than 2%.